Dodgers. All they need to do is tie them for best record, and they've got the tiebreak. Ricky Bo, does it matter really in the overall scheme of things?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're going to play the Dodgers, it would matter. Other than
I'm sitting here watching the Phillies post-game live, and the Phillies lost to the Nationals 9-1, a game that I don't see why they don't understand the urgency or the importance of winning that game or just sweeping the Nationals outright. They got 3 games left. They play against the Nationals. They sweep the Nationals. They got the tiebreaker with the Dodgers. They would win the best record in the East. I think maybe the best record in baseball. I'm not sure. But once again, I want to reiterate Rob Thomson, right? Something is wrong with Ranger. I'm a big Ranger Suarez fan. Big. I remember, if I can recall, I don't know if it was last year's playoff or the playoff before, and Rob Thomson pulled Ranger because they started hitting them. I'm trying to figure out who they played. I think it might have been the Astros. And Ranger looked like he was about to cry. And I said, this is a guy that's passionate about, winning, performing, not letting his teammates down. So when Ranger came out this season and he had a hot start, they said, he was in contention for the Cy. I was really proud, but then they said he had an injury. I don't know if it was a back injury. I don't know what they saying that it was that he had. But Ranger hasn't been the same. Either the Phillies are lying about what's going on with Ranger, or they need to test him more. Whatever the case may be, Rob Thomson, there's something about him that is so questionable to me that in my heart, in my mind, in my spirit, I believe that he is going to be the one that derail this city from winning a World Series, especially when you have a guy like Harper on your team. There's no reason why you shouldn't have at least one series with this kind of guy on your team. But this team, period, is a really, really good team. And they play together and they like each other. There's no reason why. Like, they have gone through their ups and downs. But what I see, Rob Thomson does not. I used to tell somebody that I know, you don't understand or feel the pulse of a situation. And I believe Rob Thomson is like that, right? Now, people are going to say, you can't say Rob Thomson. They've been, ever since they got rid of Girardi, they've been having the seasons that they've been having and the record that, but who gives a, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean, right? What does that mean? Doug Peterson was some shit. Everybody knew he was some shit. But magically, they went to the fucking Super Bowl the next season and they won it. So now what? Doug Peterson ain't some shit. Now he's no longer, he's a good fucking coach. No, he still was some shit. And this is where you are with Rob Thomson. This dude is questionable, right? He doesn't understand it. Listen, I'm not the manager. If they want to fucking hire me as an advisor or whatever the case may be, I'm here. Because I'm telling you, anybody that follows this team, and it's not just me, it's probably thousands, hundreds of thousands of fans that understand and know what I'm talking about, right? This team, you have to pace this team out. So, okay, this team jumped out of the gate, and now this team got the record that they have, right? To put them in the position that they're in now. But you can't burn them out. So now you got these young guys from AAA that come up, and you don't realize you got some good fucking AAA players that came up and contributed to winning these games. So why didn't you pace it out? Why didn't you give Bryce and Trey and Cal and why didn't you give them a break? The one you burning out more than anybody is Wheeler. Now, if Wheeler get into the playoff and Wheeler fucking fall off, it's nobody's fault but fucking Rob Thomson. Now they got a dilemma because I was just talking about the pitching in some earlier videos. And I was saying to myself, there's no way that the Phillies can't win a World Series with the pitching that they got. Because Ranger, even Turnbull, like they could go 5 deep. So out of that, at best you lose 2. I'm calling Nola out. Nola is a loss to me, right? Nola iffy. He's iffy, right? He gets in a jam and he can't get himself out of it. He doesn't work his way through. If you ask me, Christopher Sanchez is the second best fucking pitcher on that team besides Wheeler. Then it's Nola, right? Ranger is falling out of favor. Ranger's done, right? And I don't blame Ranger. I blame Rob Thomson the same way he did with Taijuan Walker. I'm not a Taijuan Walker fan. But when he brought Taijuan Walker in, when the fucking bases was loaded to get him out of the jam, Taijuan Walker let like fucking 5. He walked like 5 people. Like, this is the shit. And I blamed him for putting him in that shit. Do you know, in front of a Philly crowd, you put him in, people already talking shit about him, and then you gonna put him, but you say you care about him. I feel so much for that guy, but then why did you put him in that situation? Like, people are not being real. And I noticed these announcers, they the same shit. Like, they not calling this guy out. Now it's Rangers' fault because it was a 9-1. Nah, listen. Say something about Rob Thomson because he is steering this ship really wrong. Now, the best you can hope for is you start Wheeler in the playoffs, then Sanchez, then Nolan. Nola is possibly a fucking loss. Nola's either a win or a loss. That's a crapshoot, right? The 4th game, they say, well, who's going to be the 4th start? Listen, put Kirkland in for a few innings, Hoffman in for a few innings, and then fucking Alvarez or Strom. I would put Strom in, right? That's how I would work the 4th game when they go to the playoffs. If you can't get Turnbull back, and if you do get Turnbull back, you don't know what you're going to get. Hopefully you get the Turnbull that had a shutout. But I'm telling you right now, this is his best recourse. This is his best option moving forward. Wheeler, Sanchez, Nola, and then throw the bullpen at him in the 4th game.